Hello everybody, welcome again to another edition of Movie Masters. We are your hosts, Movie Master Mike.
And Geek Master Jay.
And we are back and just as mediocre as ever with another commentary track. Again with the Batman animated films. We did Mask of the Phantasm last week, so this week we're on to Batman and Mr. Freeze Subzero. Mm-hmm. And I just watched this earlier today, and I've actually seen this a ton of times growing up.
And I've never seen it, I think.
I'm sure you saw it once. It came out in 98. I remember our grandma used to have like 2 VCRs that we'd record. I mean, we'd rent a movie back when VHS was still popular, and she'd just record it onto a blank VHS tape.
We had this?
Yes, we had this.
Oh, so maybe I have seen it.
Yeah. But if you had, it's been 15 years.
Right.
So, or longer, however long it's been. Yeah. Longer.
Maybe. My memory capacity only goes back 10 years, so.
Alright, well, if you've never done one of these before with us, what we do is we watch the movie, and you can watch the movie along with us. Or if you've seen it enough times that you know it, then you can just listen. It's like a podcast that way.
Yeah.
But if you want to watch along with us, what you want to do is get your DVD set up and get it past all the menu screens to timestamp 0. So hit play and then hit pause right away. So your timestamp is at 0000. And when I say to hit play, you hit play, and we can watch it together.
We'll watch it together.
Yeah, we can watch it together. Are you ready?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Who else am I talking to? Well, I guess I can be talking to the audience, yeah. But... Alright, I'll do a 3 count and then say now. When on now, hit play with us. 3, 2, 1, now. And here we go.
Do the newer Batman movies still have this WB opening?
No, WB doesn't use this anymore with Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
No.
They don't?
No. That stopped a while ago. Alright, here we are in the movie. This movie came out in 1998. It was supposed to come out in 1997, but Batman and Robin came out in 97, and it got horrible reviews, and everybody hated it. So they waited a little bit, because that one also had Mr. Freeze.
Oh, yeah,
so they waited a little bit to release this one.
Oh, look, that's like the original, like, the Keaton bat symbol.
Yeah, and this music is actually the Danny Elfman from the Keaton Batman movie.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, edited, so it fits, you know.
Right. Wow, that's really CGI looking.
Yes, very 1987 CGI looking. But actually, earlier when I watched this movie, I kind of noticed that they don't use the CGI a whole lot in this movie. And when they do, you can tell, but it's not like overbearing. You know, you're not like, oh my god, that CG just popped out of nowhere and it was really bad. So like the fish are CG, but the polar bears are not.
Right.
You know, but it blends pretty well. So it's not that, like, in-your-face obnoxious.
Mortal Kombat was a big thing during this, right? Like, because the whole Subzero.
Yeah, I remember when this movie came out, thinking like Subzero, like the character Subzero from Mortal Kombat.
Like, what? A cool little crossover.
Yeah. Well, they ended up doing the crossover in the video games, Mortal Kombat versus the DC Universe.
They have that?
Yeah. It came out a while ago.
Really?
Like years ago.
Man, I'm the worst nerd.
They should have waited a couple years for... you know, the graphics to get a little bit better, or just spent more time on it, because the graphics really weren't that great.
Really?
Yeah. But
you could do Mr. Freeze versus Subzero?
Yeah. I'm not sure if Mr. Freeze was like a playable character. And this is the same type of animation as the last movie, which I don't know exactly when Batman the Animated Series ended and the New Adventures of Batman started, because there was a gap in between. I think the animated series only lasted 3 years, then there was like a little bit of a gap, and they brought it back as, you know, the new Batman Adventures. And the animation got a little bit different. I mean, it was basically the same, but not nearly as detailed. Things were streamlined. But this has, you know, the good animation where it's not the streamlined New Adventures of Batman. From what I read, this is supposed to take place after the animated series, but before the New Adventures.
So was that Subzero we saw?
You mean Mr. Freeze?
Mr. Freeze, yeah.
Swimming? Yeah, that was him
Mr.
swimming.
Freeze.
Yeah, he just has like boxers on.
Yeah.
And it's obviously freezing. Polar bears are there, and there's ice everywhere.
He doesn't have the ability to control polar bears, right?
No.
But he can just swim with them because he's...
Yes, they're his pets in this movie.
Really?
Yeah. This is actually kind of cool. Like, he's completely blue right here. He's just covered in ice because it's so cold, and he was just wet. So when he got out of the water...
He just froze.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's a nice little level of detail that they added.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the animation, I really love. Like I said in the last one, I love this animation, the style, the design of everything. It's just so cool. I know you had a problem with the whole. They're like in the 40s, but they have computers. Their cars don't look quite 40s. It's like what people in the 40s thought the future would look like.
Mm.
But I really like that. I think that's really awesome. This little Eskimo kid. His cheesy smile. You can't lift the bag. Yeah, that was something cheesy for the little kids watching this. Oh, I've always wondered, like, the jargon that they're speaking in the submarine, like, down this, like, left 43 that, and if that's, like, real, like, submarine talk, or they're just, writers in Hollywood making it up. I have no idea.
What would they make it out? Like, they're writers in Hollywood, like, they get paid enough for what they do to do a little research.
Yeah, but you never know. I mean, it is Batman, which, especially in the 90s, was, a really well-done show and everything, so they probably did do their research, but you never know. Because I know Hollywood back in, like, the 60s making Western movies with, like, Native Americans in it, cowboys and Indians.
Uh-huh.
They'd be speaking in the native tongue, but it's completely wrong. They're not actually speaking any native tongue. And a lot of times it was just white guys playing the natives.
Yeah.
So it's happened before where they didn't do their research. So I've often wondered, especially like in cartoons, like if the jargon they're speaking is real jargon or not.
Well, that sounds like what you're talking about. Less of a problem of like not doing research, and more of a problem of people being racist.
Well, yeah, I just
in the
as an
60s,
example,
them
but,
engines.
Yeah. Like the submarine, that's computer generated, I believe.
Are they hunting Mr. Freeze or?
No, they're just
That's got pissed
doing
off.
research.
What's his wife's name?
Nora.
Nora.
Yeah, that was all CG. That looks pretty CG.
Yeah.
But this style of animation kind of looks like that, Like
That's actually his wife, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Dr. Victor Freeze's wife.
Because at the end of one of those newer Batman trades, I can't remember which one it is, it has Mr. Freeze in it. It's really cool, but Batman, like, they have a confrontation, and Batman's like, you don't even know this lady. Like,
oh, yeah.
she was your first research thing or whatever.
Right.
And you kind of became obsessed with her, and in your mind, like in his mind, he married her,
Right.
So, like, it wasn't his wife.
Yeah.
But that's not how it usually is, right?
No,
Usually in the Batman story, it actually is his wife. He's not just some psycho.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
he's
usually
a psycho.
his wife. In The Batman, the animated series, they completely recreated Mr. Freeze, and he's just a jewel thief. He stole diamonds, and he had a bunch of diamonds, and he actually got knocked into this cryogenic thing, so now he can actually produce ice from his body and stuff, like Subzero.
Okay.
And not just like in this, he's
got the gun.
Yeah, he's got the gun.
Like that.
Just freeze everybody.
Everything freezes.
Yeah.
That's stupid Arnold Schwarzenegger line.
Yep.
It's like, that's not even true.
I know.
Like, alcohol doesn't freeze. Now there's oil. Everything freezes.
Yeah.
It's got to be
Hollywood not doing their research. Not everything freezes.
I feel like That's not even like something you need to research.
Right, you just know.
It's just a stupid line. Yeah. Everything Arnold Schwarzenegger says in that movie is so stupid.
Yeah, that's true. That's why they had to postpone releasing this, because that movie was so terrible.
Like, we don't want this too linked.
Yeah. He threw a bottle through a window. That would never happen.
I know. The bottle would...
Yeah,
especially like the window of a jewel store.
Yeah.
Do what she says, Myron.
It was released March 17th of 1998, so they postponed it like 9 months. It was supposed to come out next summer.
Were they hoping people would forget?
Yeah. At least the kids, you know. Although I was a kid in 1997 when Batman and Robin came out, and I loved it. I thought it was awesome, you know. Just a colorful, fun Batman movie.
I can't remember.
I remember I had like a coloring book. I thought it was awesome, you know.
Who plays Batman in that? Is it Kilmer? No.
No, that was George Clooney.
Clooney.
Yeah, he's so terrible in
the
the
worst.
Movie.
Right, Kilmer was the one before that.
Yeah. Kilmer was alright.
The beginning of his bad acting phase.
Yeah.
He was like the best actor ever for a while, then the worst one.
No, just some like bloated psychopath. Not psycho, but just weirdo. He's just insane.
Yeah. He looks like his own wax statue.
Yeah.
You know?
That was badass, the way that happened. He touched the cloth and he whipped it away and it was his face. There's Robin. Watching this earlier, I was like, this action sequence, like, why would you be afraid of Robin? He's just some kid in, you know, red and yellow tights and green. I guess he's like a teenager here.
Well, he's with Batman.
Yeah. This guy's so afraid of him, and all he does is, like, throw him into some garbage.
Taking out the trash.
I was surprised Robin didn't say something like that.
Yeah, he didn't say anything.
Yeah. I think the voice of Barbara Gordon in this movie is different from the one in the show. And I don't like her voice in this. It's, like, super annoying. And it doesn't quite fit. I always like the design of this Robin. They managed to make Robin look cool, you know? Well, cooler than the no pants and a full yellow cape, you know? Here he's got like it's kind of long but spiky hair.
Yeah.
His cape is black with yellow on the inside. He's got the pants. He just looks so much cooler than he did like before this.
Before this, yeah.
Yeah, with the little
the one with Damien, what's that called? Just the Son of Batman. That's what it's called. The Son of Batman. So creative.
Yeah.
He looks cool in that, but that's after this.
Oh, way after. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, David Wayne hadn't been invented yet at this point.
He even he comments on how the old suit was stupid.
Yeah. It's like super elegant, like
your standard
society.
Wayne party.
Yeah, high society.
You got to
party.
do this every freaking movie.
Yep.
See, but they did not include like the. Remember from the last one, the view from the ceiling, because they're just like this. Like I was saying, there's no reason to have shots like that,
right?
In a cartoon,
right? Yeah, this one, it's a little less dynamic.
It's not copying an actual movie, which is good. It's not. There's just certain things you don't need.
Yeah.
Like lengthy action sequences.
In this scene, like Commissioner Gordon's like complimenting his daughter about how awesome she is. Now, like all these other guys like want to be with her. See, and like in the next scene when she shows up at the party, it's almost like he's like hitting on her, like wants to be with her. It's really weird.
Really?
Yeah. Like, it's one thing to like love your daughter and think she's the best, but Yeah, you'll see when she shows up at the party. It's kind of weird. Dick Grayson looks bigger than Robin.
Like when he's not in his like.
Yeah, when he's Dick Grayson, like right here, he looks like he's thicker, maybe not chubbier, but like just he has more mass.
That's Robin right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks way bigger.
Yeah, like Robin's like
a skinny little kid.
Yeah. Yep. Like I was like, you have any advice about women? And some woman comes up to him and was like, let me introduce you to my 3 other women friends. Yeah. Like, I'll get back to you on that.
It helps to have $1 billion.
Yeah. This guy just looks so evil. It seems like this is like very important. It sets up one of the villains and his stockbroker. His eyes are like super blue.
Yeah. Like real blue.
Yeah.
Like distractingly blue.
It's like, why did they choose this character to have blue eyes like that, not somebody else?
Yeah, I know, right?
And Mr. Freeze's eyes should look like that.
Yeah. So whose voice did you say you didn't like? Her?
Yeah.
Catwoman? Or Batgirl?
Batgirl. We kept saying last time that Mask of the Phantasm was really just like a long episode.
Yeah.
This really is just like a long episode.
Is it?
Yeah. Like they take their time a little bit more with things, but it really could have just been an episode. Or a 2-part episode.
It's okay, honey. Nice rack.
See? It's like creepy. How he's like, he's the lucky guy. Like, I'm not with you. Creepy Commissioner Gordon. Right there, they just sneak in a little temperature room in the mid-90s, like saying it's so hot outside.
Yeah.
Because right, in the next 5 seconds, he just, now it's snowy, and crashes his car.
Like he was hot, so he pulled on his collar, like he just made a joke that didn't land. Tough crowd.
Like Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah.
That looks badass with his red eyes.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I love Mr. Freeze's voice in this show, and whoever does his voice. I forget the actor's name. Michael and Sarah. His voice is just so like menacing. You're a hard man to get a hold of. Like, just so cool.
Sounds like Mr. Smith.
Yeah.
One of these lives does not have a future.
Yeah. Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, like this movie really takes its time. Like this scene where they're just like kind of just talking.
Yeah, like that tactic of like making a movie like, well, this isn't really long enough. Like we'll just like record her walking from one side of the room to the other.
Yeah.
Real slowly. It's just adding time doesn't mean it's good.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, it's artistic. No, it's really just tedious.
So like they just agreed to go up the coast together for the weekend, and now they're just standing there. They are using actual music. I Only Have Eyes for You is playing right now. It's kind of cool. Yeah, and then just like stand there and like kind of hug each other. Like that scene could have ended.
Yeah.
10 seconds before it did.
Do they know
that each other are Batman?
Who each other are?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah?
I haven't watched the animated series in a while, but I'm pretty sure that they do.
Because if they don't, like, what are the odds?
Yeah.
You know?
No, because later in the movie, when it's Batman and Robin, you know, it seems like they know who each other are.
Sounds like a fake name.
Belson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's named Belson.
Yeah, Batman and Robin actually do some like investigating in this movie, which I actually really enjoy.
Yeah, he's supposed to be the greatest detective ever.
Yeah. So yeah, he actually does do some investigating, which is really cool. The breath is a good touch.
I wish Nolan had done Mr. Freeze.
I don't think he would have done it. I mean, because he grounded everything in reality, where the Joker didn't fall into a vat of acid.
Yeah. I don't know. That's what I would have liked to have seen.
Yep.
It's been like really evil. You know what I mean? Just like I like him here, but I feel like he could be darker.
Well, I mean, the whole thing about Mr. Freeze is he's just trying to save his wife.
Yeah, but he'll
do anything to do it. Yeah. But, I mean, he's not really that psycho. He's just...
He kills people.
Well, yeah. But you want him to be, like, even more psychotic and dark? I mean, he's just trying to save his wife. He can't be, like... I mean, he's stone cold, but... but I mean, he's not, like, super, like, evil, He just wants his wife back. He'll do anything to do it. And this guy's just sleazy. He's like, yeah, I want some more gold to do that. Because they're looking for an organ donor. And they're like, oh, nobody's dead that can do that. He's like, what about alive? He's like, whoa, it's going to be more than just a little nugget of gold. Some sleazy guy. Yeah, I'll help you, kill some innocent person.
Well, I mean, he looked, sleazy from the get-go.
Yeah. He's real sleazy. Apparently, the 10025, the area, the zip code, and the phone number that they have on the computer file right there for Barbara Gordon are New York City numbers. So that's speculation that
New York City is 1001. I think everything in New York starts with a 1.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that's specific. The area code for the phone number that they had in her file is right. It's a New York area code. What a stupid roommate.
Mm-hmm.
Again, real music. It'd be cool to go to a club like this.
Like the Coca Cabana?
Yeah, exactly. Like, the animation for this dancing was really good. You see that?
Yeah.
It was really well done. Yeah, like the Coca Cabana. They make Dick Grayson like this, like, shy, like, fumbling idiot kind of.
Mm. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Ugh, this scene is terrible.
There's an episode of the animated series that's kind of like this. I don't think it's any main characters, but the Condiment King busts in. And
what?
The Condiment King, he busts in and tries to rob the place. And Batman tries to stop him, but Batman fails because he slips on mustard and stuff like that. Because the Condiment King's using all these condiments on Batman, and it totally works. And Batman fails to catch him.
That happens. That's real.
Yeah, it's in the animated series.
The Condiment King.
The Condiment King.
Oh man, really scraping the bottom of the barrel, huh?
Yeah, the Prince of Pickles.
What?
The Master of Mayo. I'm pretty sure those are nicknames he gave himself in the show.
So it's not the same voice as in the show?
No, I don't think it is.
Huh.
The actress in this movie is played by, or the actress is Mary Kay Bergman. And
so polar bears really aren't like that smart.
No, I don't think so. I don't think they could be trained like that to be like, yo, make sure she doesn't get away. And then he like turns around and, oh, fooled you. He thought I was leaving.
the two polar bears talking to each other like, hey Ned, she's getting away. I'm not supposed to let that happen. The boss said not to. Get her.
This lady, the same year as this was released, 1998, also played the voice of Daphne in Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, which was like the start of the direct-to-video Scooby-Doo movies. And it was actually really good.
Yeah?
Yeah. The voices weren't like Casey Kasem
right.
and stuff.
Well,
he
can't just, I mean...
He still does the voice on TV.
He still does?
Well, I'm not sure if he's still alive now. I think he might have died recently. But up until he died, he was still doing the Shaggy voice, yeah.
It's lucky that, like, it's like Arnold, you know, like, everyone can do Casey Kasem. It's Casey Kasem, you know? It's lucky that they got someone like that to do the voice, because really they could just get anyone to play Shaggy.
Well...
Anyone that can sound like Casey Kasem.
Yeah,
I mean, he changed... I can't be Shaggy.
He changed the voice a little bit to be Shaggy, you know? Yeah, top 40.
That number 12. It sounded more like a South Park thing.
Yeah.
Or was that a Rob Schneider is a carrot.
A stapler.
Yes, a stapler.
Yeah, she was not Barbara Gordon.
Who was?
Oh.
That would so not happen.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yep.
Someone rear ends you and you just kind of land on their car? Nah.
You hear Dick Grayson say, he's like, here, take my Corvette while I take your motorcycle.
Good idea. Take my vet.
Yeah. The CG, buildings around. It's kind of noticeable. Like,
is that a design choice, or is it cheaper to do that? Because I feel like they could have just drawn that.
I think it's...
Is it cheaper?
And faster.
Is it faster? It can't be cheaper.
Well, nowadays it's cheaper.
Well, maybe now, but, I mean...
Back in 97 when they made this?
Back then, because if you're only going to do, like, a few scenes, you have to, like, get the program and people know how to use it and all that just for a scene or two when you already have all these artists drawing everything else. You could just use them unless it's faster or they're like trying to like
incorporate
ease the audience into CG or like, oh, we have this new technology, like it's more expensive and takes longer, but I want to use it. You know what I mean? That's kind of like an ego thing for the director or whatever. Like, I want it. I have to have it. You know, like different shows trying to one-up each other with how much CGI they can pack into it.
Yeah. No, I just honestly think it's just faster because you don't have to like actually animate things. You can in the program like
pull back.
Yeah, like it would be easier to do lots of moving things like a car. You don't have to actually animate each frame it moving. You can have the model and move the model. I mean, I don't know exactly how CG animation works, but it just seems like it would be a little easier. I remember when I used to watch this when I was younger, really liking this car chase scene, thinking it was really awesome. There's no way he'd get that much air.
It's already like more interesting than the car chase or whatever in the last movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I can't. Maybe it's CGI. That can't be it. No, but I mean, like, what?
Oh. No, I just think it's a more exciting
element
scene.
is different.
You know, I think more is at stake. It's not just a...
Yeah, nothing was at stake with the other one.
Exactly, it was just a flashback to...
Stupid flashback.
Yeah. Like here, like, Barbara Gordon has been kidnapped. Dick Grayson is trying to save her, not Robin, you know?
Yeah, that's true, yeah. And not in his vet.
Yeah, and not, just some random dude's motorcycle. You know? And it involved, like, the cops, other cars on the street and stuff, so... Like, I always like that. Like, the animation, I think, is, like, really good when it is actually animated. And I'm really glad that explosion wasn't any bigger. You know, a lot of times things just explode, these giant explosions for no reason.
Big mushroom cloud from a motorcycle.
Yeah, so I'm glad it was a fairly big explosion, but it was...
Would it have even exploded, though? I don't think so.
I don't know. I mean, it has a gas tank that's pretty much exposed, you know?
Yeah, maybe.
But I don't know if it would actually explode like that. Probably not as big as even it was in this, but I'm glad it wasn't any bigger.
One more point on that is, like, he didn't succeed in saving her.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, the whole car chase, he fails.
Yep. Hey!
Like, they don't realize who they have.
Yeah. In the show, for 6 episodes... Barbara Gordon was played by Melissa Gilbert, so it is a different actress in the show.
6 episodes, that's it?
I don't think she was a big part of the show until later when it became The New Adventures of Batman, when the animation changed.
Uh-huh.
So I think that's when she became like a regular.
Well, let's see a picture of her. Melissa... what?
Gilbert.
Melissa Gilbert?
Then tons of stuff. 74 credits.
What's this detective's name? Something. I think it's the name of another character.
Harvey Bullock.
Yeah, Harvey.
Yeah, Harvey is like, it's weird they use that name twice in Batman.
Yeah. He's not in the Nolan or any movies, huh? Like, no, he's in the first one. No, he wasn't.
They never name him Harvey Bullock.
But he was a fat cop.
Yeah.
There was a fat cop.
Yep.
But he was a dirty cop.
Yeah, he was a crooked cop, yeah.
Yeah, Harvey's not. He's just an asshole.
Yeah. He hates Batman. I think after a while he kind of warms up to him, but for the most part he hates Batman.
Yeah. Because in the newer comics, like, he works with Batman.
Yeah.
Was it the first one?
I can't
Court
remember.
of Owls? Yeah, it was. The Court of Owls.
I think it was at the end of City of Owls. When the actual City of Owls storyline ended, that's when they had that random Mr. Freeze issue.
Maybe. Yeah, that was a good one with his mom.
Yeah.
Kills his mom.
Mm-hmm.
Out of pity or sympathy or sadness.
Apparently, this officer right here, her name is Officer Montoya. And apparently at the end of the animated series, she became a detective. But here she's just an officer in a uniform. So that was kind of out of continuity.
Well, is this after the end of the series?
Yeah, this is after the animated series, but before the New Adventures, I
But
believe.
9 months previous was after the animated series, when it was supposed to come out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So, I mean, either way, if it came out when it was supposed to or the postponed release date...
It was always after the series?
It was always after the series, yeah.
I
believe. Because I'm pretty sure the animated series lasted 3 years, from 92 to maybe into 96, you know.
I wonder what happened with that. Because, I mean, if it was the same people working on it, they'd be like, well, didn't we already draw her as the
detective?
A detective? Like, we promoted her. And, like, the director's like, I don't care. She's a cop now. We demoted her again.
Yeah. But maybe...
She played a little
like
too
maybe
loose.
Just because it was released, you know, in between the two series, and maybe it was supposed to take place during the animated series.
Maybe.
I'm not quite sure on that.
But, like, no one's going to catch on.
Yeah.
Or I guess you did.
Well, I mean, there's things that I read about it. I did some research on this movie. Yeah, growing up, I always watched this more than Mask of the Phantasm.
I don't recall either of them.
Because this one could be a live action movie. I guess the other one could have been one too, but they should have made this Batman and Robin instead of what they made into Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
So if she's Batgirl, she could have just kicked that dude in the face.
I know.
And she just keeps crawling away from him in these air ducts when she could just stop and kick him a bunch of times in the face and then get away.
Yeah, she wouldn't be scared.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that when I was watching this earlier today.
There's one dude after her.
Yeah, that she's
we just saw her beat up 8.
Yeah. That she's terrified this whole time.
And this guy's old. I mean, yeah, Mr. Freeze is around, but he wasn't in the air ducts with her.
Yeah. She discovers more of Freeze. Yeah, I hate that voice.
Man, that guy landed lightly. You see that?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
He just does not look that nimble.
No.
He's the kind of guy who wouldn't even jump from that high.
Yep.
Mr.
Freeze, help me.
Get me down from here. Catch me.
Yeah.
Catch me, Victor. Please, kill yourself for her.
They're lying to her right now, saying that she just needs a blood transfusion. And she agrees to help her because she thinks it's just a blood transfusion, so she stays and doesn't try to escape anymore.
What does she actually need? All her organs or what?
Some kind of organ, yeah. Well, she doesn't agree to stay, but she would agree to help her if they go to a regular hospital.
We're gonna need everything underneath your skin.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Smash it.
Ice doesn't just do that. If you aim it at a door, it's not just gonna make a door.
Right. Yeah.
Even if it's water that turns to ice instantly, it would. It wouldn't do that. How would that even happen?
Yeah. How'd they get in front of her?
What? I don't know.
Or she ran away from them, and then all of a sudden they were in front of her. Those bears were tore through that door. Earlier, when he was firing the gun up the air ducts, they just created crazy icicles and stuff. It's that's more of what it would do than actually creating a door in a doorway, because that's what he wanted to do. He can't control.
Apparently, he can control whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Polar bears, ice, water.
Yep. I think she got scared before she saw the edge. It's cool that you didn't know where they were up until right now. It's kind of a cool reveal.
Dun, dun. Was it an oil facility?
Yeah.
Wasn't that in the Son of Batman 2, something like that?
Yeah, the Lazarus pit was underneath an
oil thing, right? Yeah. Evil villains just those oil factories out in the middle of nowhere.
Yep. Because earlier when Commissioner Gordon was saying I want a 5-mile sweep here and this, I want a 20-mile radius of every road. He says down to the beach or down to the water, but it never occurred to him that they would get in a boat and go out to sea. Batman and Robin have to do some investigating.
Even if it did occur to him, what is he going to do about it?
Call the Coast Guard and search.
I guess. I want you to do a fine comb over the ocean.
Yeah.
You just can't do that,
Yeah.
There's not enough manpower in the world.
Yeah, I know.
to do that. The oceans are too big.
Yeah, so here they are doing some investigating.
Finally, don't they do a lot of investigating like in the show?
Yeah.
But why don't they transfer that over to the movies?
Because big blockbuster movies don't want him investigating things; they want action. Like that's why the Star Trek movies were action movies instead of Star Trek movies.
Right.
Well, the next gen movies, anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
I guess
the first Star Trek movie, the motion picture, was a science fiction movie. It was fucking boring.
That wasn't. I mean, yeah, it was a science fiction movie, but it wasn't like not all science fiction movies are like that.
Well, yeah, I know, but
that was like almost like
they wanted to be 2001,
right?
That's what they were trying to go for, like that type of,
which
scope.
Isn't like the gold standard of science fiction movies.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's just what is it? Lonely. It's a lonely movie.
But yeah, I mean that's why, like, you know, when they translate something to a movie, the movie's got to be a big action movie because that's what people want to pay to see.
I guess.
You know, an action Batman movie, not, you know, Batman.
Detective Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the Nolan ones.
He didn't do a whole lot of detective work.
Not a lot of detective work.
Yeah.
Even though like every show on TV is like a detective show.
I know, right?
There's and then like it goes to the movie and it's just like no detective work. It's a bunch of car chases.
Yep.
Like, wait, what?
This is where they figure out to go to the stockbroker's house.
And then like every time there is a movie with detective stuff in it, it's like really popular.
Mm-hmm.
Like the girl with the dragon tattoo.
Right.
It's like insanely popular.
Yeah, it's true.
And or like the Hannibal movies.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can't think of one. I thought two, but I can't think of three. Detective movies? Detective movies.
I never saw it, but Prisoners that came out last year that had Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal.
I've never even heard of that.
Like I think Hugh Jackman's daughter gets kidnapped and Jake Gyllenhaal's the detective. I never saw it, so I'm not sure exactly how much detective work was actually in it. But it's supposed to be like a really good movie.
To say Insomnia.
Well, that was more of like a cover-up movie. He made a mistake, and the whole movie he was trying to cover up his mistake. Al
Pacino, right?
Yeah.
Robin Williams?
Yeah. That was a Christopher Nolan movie.
It was?
Yeah. You know? That was like his second or third movie, because Memento was his second movie.
And then he does a movie about the greatest detective ever, who's Batman.
Yeah.
And he doesn't... I mean, it's called Detective Comics.
Originally, yeah.
Yeah. I guess what The Dark Knight was... What is his name?
Christian Bale?
No.
The director, Christopher Nolan?
No. The guy who did The Dark Knight comics.
Oh, Bob Kane?
What? No, didn't he do 300 as well?
Oh, Frank Miller?
Frank Miller.
And Dark Knight Returns.
Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, because there are just Dark Knight comics, but...
Right, Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah.
Was he a detective in that?
No.
Not really, right?
No, in Dark Knight Returns...
Not at all?
No, he just goes around beating people to a bloody pulp.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to read more Batman comics.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I did read the New 52's Volume 1 of Batman Detective Comics.
Oh, yeah?
And he didn't really do a whole lot of detecting in that one
either. Why isn't there, or is there, a detective Batman now, new, you know? Where he's, detecting all the time and,
Yeah. I don't know. I mean...
Because where's that? I want to see that. You know, on the screen.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he beats people up, but...
I don't know. I mean, Batman, he does a little bit of detective work in that. Trying to find the Court of Owls. He was doing stuff, I guess. Investigating.
Not really. I mean, he references... I mean, occasionally he's in front of his computer, or that eye thing, which is cool, by the way.
Yeah.
But, he there's like a flashback of him as a kid doing a little bit. He talks about how he was investigating.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, he did a little investigating at the crime scene in the beginning, where he was with Harvey Bullock.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at a crime scene. You know, with the detective doing his thing.
Yeah.
Right at the beginning, I was like, "All right, cool, finally." And then, like, not again. I mean, it ended up being really cool anyway. I love when he's in the cavern and he's like, "What is that? Acid they give him or something?"
Yeah, something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yep.
And but not a lot of detective work.
Yeah.
I remember in the show he was like always in front of his big computer, like with like the giant screen.
Yeah. Well, here,
like what he's doing now is a little.
Yeah, like they just went and talked to, what's his name's stockbroker to find out, you know, where he's at, like why were you trying to contact him and stuff. Because he owes a bunch of money, and then he gets a call from, what was it, like, what was the sleazy guy's name?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Old Blue Eyes?
Yeah. But he gets a call, so they record it. Now they're listening to the recording to figure out, you know, if they can find any clues from the recording.
That
phone recording. Maybe
I'm wrong, but what just happened was like the Batman movie with Adam West. Something about a buoy. Wasn't it something like that? Like they hear it.
I don't remember.
They hear it in the recording and they figure out where everything is because they hear the buoy or something.
Maybe I haven't seen the Adam West stuff in a long time.
Remember, like all the bad guys get together and turn like the UN into powder.
Yeah, I remember stuff like that, but I don't remember like specifics.
Yeah, they hear the buoy and things. I wonder if that's a throwback to that or not.
Maybe, but that's how they figure out where they're at because they hear the foghorn.
It's such a like a standard. Like
easy thing, like listen to the background noise.
Yeah, like they hear the recording and they hear like the train. They're like, oh, he's down by the tracks. Or,
yeah, yep.
You know, you think bad guys would have learned by now and be like, make this call from this soundproof room.
Yeah, that's pretty cool imagery. Just the shadows.
Yeah.
Look at CG Alfred.
Look terrible.
Yeah.
The bat ship thing looked cool though. The fire from and everything. What's it called? The bat wing?
The bat wing. Oh no.
Yeah, the fire looks cool.
Yeah, the fire does look sweet.
God, that Alfred does look bad, doesn't it?
Yep. Yeah, the CG isn't all that great.
Like Reboot. Worse than Reboot.
I don't know if it's worse than Reboot. Reboot was pretty bad.
Was it?
Yeah.
I remember it being alright. Of course, I haven't seen it in 15, 20 years.
Yeah. I mean, for its time, it was awesome.
Wasn't it a cool show?
It was a cool show.
I feel bad for whichever kid had that gaming system because he must have always lost.
Yeah. Yeah, the computer always beats him.
Yeah.
I never thought of it like that. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I always thought, I'm like, man, I'd be throwing the controller.
What a weird show.
I know. What like the concept like makes no sense.
Yeah. Yeah, let's follow the lives of these programmed computer things in this game.
Yeah, which like
they like eat at a diner
modify
all the time.
to whatever game is put in.
Yeah.
It's like a Pixar movie. Almost like, what if Super Nintendo electronics had feelings?
Yeah.
What if they were alive?
Yeah.
You know, that's what all their other movies are.
Yeah, that's true.
What if toys were alive?
From here on out, it's just action.
Just straight action from here on out?
Action from here on out.
Well, it's kind of reached that point in the movie, of this kind of movie, where that's what it is.
Yeah.
You know, like everything's revealed, they know where she is, they know who has her, they just have to go get her.
Yeah, that's true.
There's not really much else
to figure out or do.
To detect.
Yeah.
I mean, if there were no action, like, that would be one thing, you know, not to do.
Right.
Like, there's just sipping tea, like... She'll be fine. She's a bad girl, she'll get out of it. Well, she probably would... Oh, there's polar bears!
Yeah.
Those damn polar bears again! It's funny that Batboy didn't say that, or
Robin.
Robin.
Yeah,
he didn't say that. Like, because if I saw the polar bears again, you know, I'm like, oh, polar bears.
Yeah, because has Batman seen the polar bears yet?
I don't think so.
No,
they were in the restaurant with Robin. Why do I want to call him Batboy?
I have no idea. They should have called him Batboy.
I know. He's evil like a bat. His sidekick is a red robin.
Yeah.
A terrifying robin.
I know, right? You have the Dark Knight and Robin.
That's how you'd say it, too. The Dark Knight and Robin. It's like, Robin is a staple.
Like George Carlin, the difference between football and baseball.
Yeah.
Like, in football, this happens.
Yeah.
In baseball, you want to do this.
Yeah.
Voice changes. There's the Dark Knight and Robin. Do you think an actual Robin, like in costume, would have worked in like the Dark Knight or the Dark Knight Rises?
Like a bird that's dressed up?
No, like.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? You said an actual Robin.
Like the character of Robin, Dick Grayson.
Oh.
The Boy Wonder. Because in Dark Knight Rises, what's his name's character?
He's supposed to be Robin.
Yeah, they.
Like if they dressed, like if he got a costume and all that.
Yeah, if he were to act, because like Batman tells him, like if you're gonna, do what I do, help me do what I do, you should probably wear a mask because you want people to know who you are and go to your house and your family and stuff, So if he were to actually put on some sort of suit, because they kind of allude to at the end that he's going to be the new Batman because Bruce quits and goes to Italy or wherever with Selina Kyle, or he's really dead and that last scene was just Alfred hallucinating because that's what he wants to see.
What? Who? Is that a theory?
Yeah,
an actual theory.
Yeah, because
he's hallucinating what he wants to see.
Yeah, because he tells Bruce like I
remember.
Yeah,
but the autopilot was fixed. They had that whole lead up.
Yeah, I know, but like maybe he did actually die. I mean,
come on, that's just people like bored people like. What if Alfred was crazy?
No, I don't think it's crazy. But, to me, Bruce Wayne won't stop being Batman until he physically can't. Like in Batman Beyond, like I can't go out there anymore because I'm too old and frail.
But he stopped being Batman for like 8 years.
Because there was no crime to stop in that movie.
There's no crime.
Well, there's
in Gotham.
There's petty crime, but in that movie they said there's no more organized crime for him to stop.
What?
That's what the plot of that movie was, the Dent Act. When Harvey Dent died, because Batman killed him, he created this Dent Act, and it pretty much stopped all organized crime. That was like the whole thing of about that movie.
Right. But
so that's why he stopped being Batman, because he was not needed anymore.
Yeah, but he didn't just stop being Batman. He stopped being like a human.
Yeah.
He kind of reclused himself.
What I'm trying to say is, at the end of the movie, when he does survive, because the autopilot works and he goes away, I don't like that because Bruce Wayne, to me, will never stop being Batman until he physically can't or he dies in the cape and
There's not a fourth movie. I mean, because he takes a weekend in Italy, he doesn't really.
He doesn't take a weekend. He gives all of his stuff to John Blake.
Who's John?
Oh, the guy that he says Robin in the movie.
Tim Drake.
Yeah, exactly, John Blake. I'm glad you got that connection, but he leaves his mansion to the orphanage and stuff for him to find the Batcave. He's declared dead for the second time, I guess. He was declared dead in Batman Begins. He disappeared for so long.
He just keeps being declared dead.
Yeah.
It's like his hobby.
Yeah, so...
How many times?
But to me, Batman, Bruce Wayne dies in the cape and cowl, or he does it till he physically can't do it anymore.
But there isn't a fourth movie.
And then he gets Terry McGinnis to do it for him.
He stopped being Batman for 8 years. I mean, it wasn't 8 years after the third movie that we see him in Italy.
Right. I mean, I guess he could always come back, but I just don't like that idea that he gives it up for
that house I gave to you?
Yeah, I don't need that.
A little awkward, but I need that back.
The orphan kids can't live here anymore. What a dick move that would be.
You might just buy another house.
Yeah. That was a house his family built, so you'd have to build another house to be the orphanage. Because that has the Batcave, too.
Yeah, you just live in the Batcave.
Yeah.
Like, that would be cool if everyone thought Wayne was dead and like he's just the Batman, you know?
Yeah, there is no more Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, he gives up his life. Is there a comic like that? Seems like that's something they would have touched on by now.
Maybe.
I mean, they gave him a kid.
Yeah.
You know, he's not really a detective.
But it seems like there's always a Bruce Wayne. Like
yeah,
Batman Incorporated, Bruce Wayne comes out and says, I've been funding Batman all these years. Not that I am Batman, but I've been funding him. That's how he has all these gadgets. Yeah. And then he creates a Batman Incorporated where I want a Batman in every major city.
What?
Yeah. But...
you can't just do that, because he's got, like, you know, something of Assassins or whatever, League of Assassins training.
Right.
You can't just get, like, Carl from the Y.
Wants to be got Batman. Dick Grayson from the circus. You got Tim Drake from the streets.
Yeah, but Batman got those guys.
Yeah.
I guess you could get him for others.
Yeah, he like Lucius Fox's kid becomes Batwing.
But there's only a couple of them. I feel like getting 50 of them. It's a town or state? A town?
I think he said major city.
Major city.
Yeah. But there's the Black Bat. She's one. The Batwoman.
Batwoman?
Yeah. Yeah, anyway, we got way off topic from this movie. It was really just a bunch of action. Mr. Freeze, his leg is broken, and what's his name fell. I believe he fell, right?
Yeah, something.
But now Mr. Freeze is helping them to go get Nora and the kid because they're still trapped below, and the thing is about to explode, the oil rig. I wonder why Batman didn't take the gun. Like her voice. Ugh, I hate it.
That was the cool thing about his Batcave and Batman Beyond, was that he had like all the old relics from all his old Nemesis.
Yeah.
Nemesis? Is that right?
Nemesises? No.
God, Nemesis is what came out. That's got to be right. Nemesis?
I think it's just Nemesis, like fish.
Nemesis? All his old Nemesis?
No.
Huh. Anyway, all those.
Oh, no, here he is. He's escaping.
Oh, this guy?
Yeah.
God, a lot of the end scene from The Son of Batman is like just like this.
Yeah.
But better. Maybe it's not just the art either. Oh, the art was really good in that movie.
Yeah.
I need to watch that again. I really like that movie, I think. The fight scenes are so good in that movie.
Yeah.
For being a cartoon. Maybe a little overboard. The whole, like, knives in the arm thing. But remember?
Yeah.
Damien's like, oh, there's like this 5-inch hole in my hand. It's okay.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, that sleazy guy just totally died. A piece of the oil rig just fell right on top of him.
So Batgirl's not really Batgirl in a lot of this movie.
No,
just, really just like
one little scene.
Yeah, one little scene.
Yeah, she's really just Barbara Gordon the whole time.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Except for that, like, even though she's only Barbara Gordon, like, just because she's Barbara Gordon doesn't mean she turns into, like, a coward, which they did to her for a little bit.
Yeah, for a little bit. Like, she was always kind of...
Yeah.
Even though she was running to escape, it did seem like she was actually frightened.
Yeah, when really she could just beat the crap out of him and probably Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
To a point. I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, if she got lucky. She would try.
Yeah.
You know, if she were in the Batgirl suit, she would have tried to fight Mr. Freeze.
That's true. Mr. Freeze freaking out with all this fire. Because he's got to stay cool, you know?
Yeah. That's always a thing with him.
He's actually saving them, though. Like, he's helping them because they have his wife.
Yeah, you know he doesn't care about them.
Yeah.
That's like his mantra. Like, he doesn't care about human life except for Nora's.
Yeah.
Like, human life is expendable.
Yep. It makes him such a cool villain, though, like, that he cares so much for his wife. He doesn't even care about himself. He just wants his wife to be okay.
Yeah.
And he'll sacrifice himself to save her.
Yeah.
Makes him like a...
Which could be really good in a live-action movie.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of evil character, but... Well, not evil, like, just... sociopathic except for one thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. I think it would be really cool to see live, like, with a good actor. You know?
And not just a real popular one?
Yeah. Just, I don't know. I mean, I never really thought that Arnold was, like, a terrible choice. It was just they wrote it for 80s Arnold. You know, they wrote it for the Running Man Arnold. God. If they were to...
The scene where he's like singing the Christmas song?
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was written terribly. Like, if they had got Arnold to do it, but it was a better written movie and director, like if Nolan were to do it, you know, but it was Arnold.
With Arnold?
Yeah, back then, because Arnold now is just, you know, a fat old man. But, you know, if it was younger Arnold, but, like, you know, what Nolan did, like, you know, just 5 years ago, then I would think Arnold would do a good job.
You know who would have been a much better choice? Have you seen The Human Centipede?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, the bad guy in that, the doctor, the German doctor.
Right, he was in Ace Ventura 1, wasn't he?
Ace Ventura 1?
Yeah.
As what?
He was the dude holding that giant party. Well, he was like the fish enthusiast? That's not him? Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Who it was, though, is even cooler. He's Mantrid in Lex.
Okay, I barely remember who played Mantrid in Lex.
Remember the Mantrid arms?
Yeah, but I barely remember who.
Oh, man, he is such a creepy dude. When I saw The Human Centipede, I was like, no way. You know? Because you don't ever expect to see any other actor, like any other actors from Lex and just anything else. And he is so creepy and German, and a doctor in this, that guy. Look at him.
Oh, yeah, that guy is creepy looking.
Yeah, you put some glasses, like some red goggles on that dude, well, he's old now, but...
Right, back in like 97.
But, man. Right?
Yeah, he does look like he would be a creepy, thin doctor.
Hell yeah, he'd been really, really evil. Just like a really good mystery. Like, obviously, like, he's an actor, so he could play supposed to be able to play to whatever role you're given.
Right.
And his voice is just so creepy. Like, you have to, like, in The Human Centipede, it's like much creepier than in Lex. And in Lex, he destroyed the universe.
Right.
I mean, he's always like, blah, blah. Like, he's very like...
Yeah, I don't remember.
You don't remember? You need to watch Lex again.
But we just saw that Mr. Freeze, Batman tried to save him. He had him with a grappling hook. Uh-huh. And then a piece of debris comes and hits Batman on the shoulder, so he loses his grip. And they show him let go of the grappling hook, so Freeze falls. And then they show Batman again. He's got the grappling hook in his hand and coils it back up and puts it in his belt.
He's like, oh, well...
Yeah, but now we saw that Mr. Freeze did survive. We see him grab the polar bear as they swam away, so he didn't die. And now he's back in the Arctic instead of just off the coast of Gotham. And he sees the news. This is like a week or two later, however long it's been. I forget what they say. Minora Freeze made a full recovery because Bruce Wayne paid for her organ transplant.
An ice cast. Is that what that is?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, the bears thing. Like, the bears are with him again.
Yeah.
Who can make bears like that loyal? Like, this makes no sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. I would love a pair of polar bears to follow me around and do whatever I want.
Yeah, that'd be badass.
That's the last time I paid for anything. But you just can't do that.
Yeah.
Unless you're, the Beastmaster, or where'd that come from?
Or Beastman.
Beastman? Is that
He-Man?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he can do it. The Beastmaster.
Remember that movie? The TV show was like, I don't know if it was Sam Raimi, but it was like Hercules and Xena and all that. Yeah. That was a cool show, but the original movie is just so bad.
I
watched it a couple years ago, and actually it was like 8. But there are some things he says that it's just like such bad 80s writing, you know, like you just like it's not even funny, but it's so funny, like the fact that he just said that and he thought it was a cool thing to say.
Is it played by like a foreign actor?
I can't remember.
A lot of times they get like those bodybuilders who are foreign, you know, like Arnold. Yeah. So I can picture him being like some Swedish.
You remember that movie at all? Like, there's the part in the end where they have like those, like the guards, like the dominatrix masks on.
No.
Like the worms or something.
No.
I mean, I can't remember either. I remember like creeping me out as a kid, like being like just like, wow, that was not meant for children.
That's so weird. We watched so many weird things when we were kids. Like, I grew up watching Rambo. You know.
That's not weird.
Not weird, but it's like not appropriate for little kids.
Oh no! Well, they didn't even really think about that back then. They're just like, oh, it's rated, whatever.
Yeah, okay.
It's rated. It's a movie. Yeah. It's rated M for movie. It's rated $. Just we're gonna get everyone we can to watch it.
Do you remember the Rambo cartoon show?
Yeah, that's what I mean. They made a cart. They didn't care if it was rated R or should have been.
Yeah.
They made They make a cartoon out of it.
Yeah.
Just murdering. I mean, it's called First Blood.
Yeah, it's called First Blood.
And it was against the cops.
Yep. In the first one, he doesn't really kill anybody until the end. Like, he's always just knocking people out.
The cops are bad in that movie, though. And they like to make a cartoon out of it.
Yep.
It's like the Human Centipede, the cartoon.
Yeah.
For kids.
That's funny.
Sew your friends together. You seen you seen that movie?
No. You asked me that like 5 minutes ago.
Did I?
But so, what do you think about this movie?
I like Mr. Freeze.
Right.
Except for the Arnold one, I really don't think he's been done wrong. Like, he's always good. It's always interesting to watch him and what he does, except with the one blaring exception of Batman and Robin.
Well, you haven't seen The Batman, where I said he's just a jewel thief that becomes...
That's true, I haven't. But in a lot of the things I have seen, I just like Mr. Freeze. I think he's a cool character.
Yeah, me too.
I actually liked the fact that Batgirl was just Barbara Gordon a lot.
Yeah,
and she still kind of like was a hero towards the end. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, putting on the suit doesn't make or break you. You know, the suit doesn't give you powers. But it is a very psychological thing where the character itself, oftentimes, especially with Batman and Bruce Wayne will progress at different levels. You know, just because it's almost like they are different characters,
right?
Like the way it's played a lot. But with this, there wasn't that at all. You know, even though she was in her normal clothes, in her, I guess, if it was Batman, Bruce Wayne would be the disguise almost, and with this, it's like the opposite way around,
right?
Which is cool. You know, it's refreshing. It's different, especially for like a Batman thing. You know, other Marvel things, you know, Wolverine would do his thing no matter where he is or what he's wearing.
Right, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like, things like that. But with Batman, especially Batman, like, it's very, like, specific. He's all about the suit, the character, his own character, and it's very much, his persona is very important to him. Like, I think in something, like, he could tell that, like, the mind in his voice was, like, from a psychic, because the mind in his voice was like trying to get him to do things, but it was like, Bruce, you must do things. It's like,
in my head, I call myself Batman.
But Batman, was that in Batman
Beyond?
Yeah. He's like, I don't call myself Bruce in my head, you know, because he's not.
Yeah, he is.
He's Batman, you know.
A lot of times, like when he's Bruce and like something happens, he doesn't make it known that Bruce Wayne can do all this jujitsu crazy stuff like Batman can.
Yeah,
he dumbs Bruce Wayne down so he doesn't look like Batman.
Unless you're Michael Keaton, and then if you want to get nuts, we'll get nuts.
Well, again, that was playing Bruce Wayne different than Batman.
I know, I'm just kidding. It's just that scene was so ridiculous.
I love that scene.
But just last time I watched it, I was like, what the fuck? Like
a lot of times, Bruce Wayne will play Bruce Wayne down so people won't suspect him of being Batman, you know?
Because I don't even think it occurs to him that he can still fight. Like, I mean,
no, he knows.
Yeah, but he doesn't do it
Exactly, because he doesn't want to let people know that Bruce Wayne is this badass and he's a billionaire, maybe he's Batman.
Yeah, but I mean, well, in the last movie, he tells Andrea Beaumont, his girlfriend, to like chill on the sidelines while he goes and fights these thugs. Remember?
Yeah, that was like the very, very, very beginning of Batman.
Before he had the Batman suit. Remember? Because they were still
right.
They were still because after he creates the Batman suit,
right,
his whole like karate thing is Batman. So when he's not in the suit, he doesn't really do it.
Right. It's because he doesn't. Not he thinks I'm Bruce Wayne. I mean,
on the surface, all that, but I mean, if you delve deeper, Bruce Wayne isn't a hero.
But he still knows.
Or
that
he's not a superhero.
He still knows that he
does
can.
he?
But he won't because he doesn't want Bruce Wayne to be the hero because that's being too much in the spotlight in that way.
Nah.
He wants to reserve that for Batman.
I think there's multiple layers.
Maybe.
Like in his head, doesn't call himself Bruce.
Right.
That whole thing. But my point is that
Barbara
Gordon wasn't in her suit for most, like the bulk of the important action.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah. And Dick Grayson wasn't in his suit when he was in the car chase. Like, so he's not bound like Bruce Wayne is to the suit.
Right.
Like it must be in the suit.
Dick Grayson will be the hero where Bruce Wayne won't
do it. Yeah.
I mean, Bruce Wayne will do it to a point, but he's not going to be like full on backflips and stuff like Batman would. He'll maybe like throw a few slugs in there, or whatever. You know,
and then lose.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe he'll be like, "Oh, I got a lucky punch in," like kind of play it off. But he won't do like
he'll do the call thing.
Yeah, but he won't do like backflips and all these kinds of like ninja moves. But if he needed to, he'll get in a fight with somebody to protect somebody. He just won't be just like Batman. But as we saw, Dick Grayson totally did.
Yeah, it's interesting to see like how he won't, and but they will and do in this movie.
Yeah,
maybe that was why the car chase was a little more interesting. Under the surface, we didn't even notice, but we're seeing Robin like break character.
Right.
We're seeing him grow as a person outside of his character. Something that Batman won't do.
Right.
Like he won't grow as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Essentially, Bruce Wayne is dead. He's just a walking corpse.
Yeah.
He's the puppet.
Yep.
His own puppet. We're here like. Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon are very much alive. They're their own separate characters.
Yep.
They put on a suit and fight crime, where Bruce Wayne puts on his skin and fights crime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
There was a scene in The Watchmen where Rorschach is put in jail, and when he breaks out, he goes to the therapist's office or whatever, who has his mask, and he grabs the therapist and he's like, "Where's my face?"
Right.
Looking for his mask.
Yeah.
That he calls his face.
Right.
And his real face in his mind. And that's very much the same mindset as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
His mask
he
is his face.
Batman.
Yeah. Which is cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why everyone loves Batman and thinks... I mean, we love Robin, too.
Yeah, I love Robin. I love Dick Grayson as a character, as Nightwing.
But we have the Batman posters.
Right, yeah.
I don't see any Robin posters.
Yeah, I don't have anything Robin.
I'm not seeing anything Robin in this room.
Yeah, I do have Nightwing comic books. So.
Yeah, no, but my point is that...
Yeah, no, you're right.
Again, like the evil Red Robin, right? That's not very scary, but like Batman, like the bat and all that is cool, and we love Batman. Especially almost because he like refuses to like break character.
Yeah.
He's very committed. I mean, can't remember exactly where, but people are, his friends, Superman and all that, like refer to him as like obsessed, like a man obsessed and all that.
Yeah.
With being Batman and crime and just obsessed with that lifestyle. Where Dick Grayson and
Barbara
Gordon are not. I keep wanting to call him Tim Drake.
Yeah. Well, I think the difference is Bruce Wayne as a character, like, he's the head of like Wayne Corp and or whatever the industries, whatever it is in different iterations. It's industries, it's corporation, it's whatever. But but that's just like what he does to like
just means to
like make save face or whatever for the public. It's something that he does during the day for a little bit. But Barbara and Dick, especially like in this era where they're like younger still. Mm-hmm. They're going to college and school. Like she had a room. They're dating. She had a roommate. They have friends and a social life. They're going on days. They're going away for the weekend.
Bruce Wayne would never have a roommate.
Yeah, well, and he would never go away for the weekend because he wants to be Batman on the weekend. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
but these younger characters, they also want to have a social life.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne, like, there is no more life.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Batman. That's it for
He doesn't even want a life. He just wants to be Batman.
Yeah, and these other characters, they want to do the fighting crime thing. Like, that is their life, but they also appreciate the other half of life. Having fun and friends and romance and stuff.
Which, if Batman was like that, he just would not be as cool.
No, he wouldn't.
If he did stuff during the day, like... That's what makes him interesting.
Yeah, they try, like, different versions of him. They try to, like, give him the girlfriend or...
Yeah, but that, again, is just... So...
Fake?
Bruce Wayne, looks credible.
Right. Well, no, in the Batman animated series, they do set up that Bruce Wayne, like, has this old childhood friend they've grown up together. He's a cop. He actually becomes Clayface in that show.
Of course.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne's one friend.
Yeah, but I mean,
we're gonna ruin it.
But Bruce Wayne, like, he actually in that show, he actually does have a social life. He has to slip away to be Batman, but he does try, and it does seem like he wants to try. It just so happens that Batman gets in the way of that, and he'd rather do that because he knows that.
So that sounds more like a Spider-Man thing.
Yeah. In that show, it is more like a Spider-Man thing. Like he is Batman to do good, and that's what he wants to do. And because he can, great power comes great responsibility. So that's what he does. But in that show, he does have like a life-ish.
Okay, so I mean, this movie much better than the last one.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of people that I follow like on YouTube and stuff, like they think that Phantasm is one of the best Batman movies, like up there with the Dark Knight and stuff.
Okay, well that's wrong.
Yeah, I agree that this I enjoy more.
I know it's an opinion, but their opinions are wrong.
Yeah, I did enjoy this more.
God, so wrong too. Really?
Yeah, a lot of people like it a lot.
A lot?
A lot.
I mean, I barely liked it.
Yeah. I mean, I liked it, but I like Subzero much more.
Much more, yeah. Batman and the Mask of the Phantasm, like, I think I said this last time, it doesn't have any, like, specific faults that I can, like, pinpoint, like, oh, this doesn't make sense, this doesn't make sense, like, even, like, the Son of Batman, like, because, oh, this doesn't make sense, this and that, and, but I liked the Son of Batman a lot.
Right.
And even though the Mask of the Phantasm doesn't have any of that, really, it's just annoying use of flashbacks, things like that. Like, I didn't like that. It was just boring.
Yeah.
And,
Subzero?
Subzero had Mr. Freeze, which is a bonus. Well, the Mask of Phantasm had the Joker, which is a bonus. But it wasn't in a lot of it. And, so I guess I can't really count the character, like, having a cool bad guy as a bonus.
Right.
It was just less trying to copy a movie, especially the 89 movie, like it seemed like it was doing the Phantasm, and just more being its own cartoon movie.
Yeah.
Which is what it's supposed to be, and so it did a better job of it because it was trying to be what it is and not being something that's not. And so it was just more interesting, and it had those other layers that we talked about with Robin and stuff, which was nice.
Yeah, it was nice seeing Batman and Robin. And
it was just more to think about.
Yeah, there were more characters to be involved with because, like,
it's more intellectually engaging.
In the last one, like, we didn't know what the fuck her name was.
Beaumont.
Yeah. Beaumont.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, we didn't know who she was. Like, we know who Robin and Batgirl
with the dry ice boots.
Yeah. Yeah, the dry ice boots. But we know who these other characters are. Like, we know and love Robin and Batgirl. They were involved heavily in this movie, so...
Yeah, we just did not care about the Phantasm, like, at all.
Yeah, we didn't know who this character was, we didn't care who she was, nothing, so... I would totally recommend this movie over Mask of the Phantasm any day.
Me too. And the next one in this... Is it a trilogy, or is it just three?
No, they just put these three in, because those are the three...
the animated...
Bruce Timm universe movies.
Wait a minute, so the next one is Batman Beyond?
Yeah.
So this is... We're watching them in the order they came out, but definitely not chronological order story-wise.
No. We're going to be doing this in order they were released in. So if you were, like, us growing up with these movies... Hold
on. I've only seen, like, one season of Batman Beyond, maybe a little bit into two. I can't remember. But from what I remember is... This is, like, far in the future, that there are, like...
Flying cars.
Roving gangs of Jokers.
Yes.
But
the Joker is dead.
But no Joker.
Right, yeah. The Joker is dead.
This movie's called Return of the Joker.
Because he returns.
No way.
We're going to have to watch it to find out.
Cool.
So next week...
I've always wanted, like, while I was watching that show, I'm like, these roving gangs of Jokers are punks. Like,
yeah.
I always want to see, like, the real Joker come and, like, school them.
Yeah.
But I was like, he's got to be dead. Like,
See, like, when they made Batman Beyond, they were saying, like, here and there we can throw in an old villain from the animated series, like one of Batman's villains, but mostly this is going to be Terry McGinnis Batman's villains, new villains for the future.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, you have, like, an old man Bane, and I think Mr. Freeze, maybe. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've watched all 3 seasons.
I remember Old Man Bane, yeah.
But it's mostly brand new villains.
Some of them are so stupid.
Yeah. But
I guess not as dumb as Condiment King.
Yeah. Yeah. But so in this, like, well, if we're gonna make a Batman Beyond like direct to DVD movie, it's got to be the Joker. You know.
Okay, cool. I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah. So that's it for this commentary track. We'll do a short review of Batman, Mr. Freeze, Subzero,
the video version,
and then next week we'll be on to Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker.
Return of the Joker. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, probably, I think a lot of people do like this one as well. Like, it's up there again with other movies, like live action movies. They like this one as well. So
I can't imagine someone saying like it's almost as good as Mask of the Phantasm. Like, what? And I switched out to Casey Top 40 with Casey Kasem. Number 1, Mask of the Phantasm.
All right. Anyway, thanks for listening to our commentary track. Join us next week when we do the commentary track for the next one, and tune in for our shortened review of this movie. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe on this channel and this video. And as always, we're your hosts, Movie Master Mike,
and I'm Geek Master Jay,
reminding you to speak your geek
and balance your geek
with Geek Equilibrium.